I-81 is an illustration of something that happened across the country. Highways routed, often by design, through or over black and brown neighborhoods, and the consequences for the 15th Ward were enormous. We met people who described what had happened to their families displaced by that project. The thing is, right now we have a chance to do something about it. The President's American Jobs Plan, they include resources to help reconnect communities that were divided. Sometimes that means a highway needs to come down. We need to make sure that we are connecting where there was once division. Another important part of the story is the economic opportunity that's being created, and you could feel the enthusiasm at our last event for this with a lot of advocates in the community, making sure that people who live right in that 15th Ward, for example, are among the workers who get to be in the skilled trades, which is a fantastic pathway to the middle class. And we're also working at a national level to make sure more businesses owned by people from overburdened and underserved communities are getting some of the construction opportunities that we're about to create.
Is that enough to make up for the wrongs of 2 or 3 generations ago?
I mean, look, we're confronting a legacy that in some ways goes back 400 years, but we are responsible for what happens next. Everyone in a position of responsibility now has to assess where we are, how we got here, and not so much in the spirit of guilt and blame, but in the spirit of fixing what was broken, do something about it. We're calling for us to actually put our money where our mouth is, and process matters too. It's why it's so important to have advocates at the table, to have community inclusion, and you can see even now, as there are refinements and debates going on about where to go from here, you can see that process playing out.
Is it worth considering that this kind of project and other projects like this around the country are a form of 21st century reparations?
Well, in a way, you can certainly think of this as restorative or reparative, because what we're really talking about is federal dollars in the past having been used to do harm. Now we can use federal dollars to do right by those who were harmed and to make sure those harms don't continue for a new generation. Not only that, it actually makes everyone better off. It's not a zero-sum game. When you have a neighborhood restored, you have a community as a whole lifted up and empowered.
All right, great. Thank
you.
you.
Thanks, Terry.